It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. Great game in store for y'all on Monday night.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here certainly help him achieve that goal.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And that play gets nothing, so no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On second down, Goff. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
That's hard! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on 3rd down. Goff to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
You know, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. He continues to play up to his potential. This team's going to be tough to beat.
Here's Baker to begin with a pass. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That pass complete to the veteran, Sterling Shepard. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They send Godwin in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. On pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They send Evans in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Now, screen set up for Irving. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. Ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. To throw is Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bucs move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense going to take over now for the second time. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
2 defenders in the area, Mike, but it just doesn't seem to matter. This is an offense that continually trusts their guys to make big plays regardless of the coverage, and they're able to pick up a fresh set of downs because of it.
Here's Montgomery. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. From his corner spot, Jamel Dean ends that play. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Lions first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. The Bucs have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression, and at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Now, Goff. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Rock right. Touchdown, Detroit.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions are on top. It's now 10-7. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready for their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. That's caught left side by Otten. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll send him over to the left. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Buccaneers 1st down.
Here comes Otten in motion. Baker gonna give it to Irving. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Baker to throw. Get this complete right side to Otten. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down. Throwing is Baker. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive line. They're like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a really good effort on 3rd down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. This a 46-yard attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Williams in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. He'll let one go down the middle. That is hard. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Here's a handoff to Montgomery. Finding room to the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he will get into the end zone. Sam Laporta, touchdown Lions. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard mark. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll motion a tight end right. A short one there to Otten. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Goff. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He's got it! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
And after that explosive play, they have a chance to extend their lead even more, and they have had their way. The defense has had no answers for anything they've done in the passing game, and they don't find out a way to slow them down. They could be in for a long game.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunate this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Goff to throw. On target to Laporta. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. Throwing here is Goff. It is brought in the end zone. Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Bates now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions move out to a 24-10 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. From the gun, it's Mayfield. There's Evans. He's got it. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Mayfield to throw. He's going to air this one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He lit up the skies with 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys were rolling in the early part of this football game.
All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Irving. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
On 2nd down, Baker. Godwin working the right side. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Open man downfield, that's Godwin. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again here with Irving. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now Mayfield to the left side to Godwin.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bucs are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Patrick motioning here. Goff to throw on 1st down. This one caught by Patrick. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On the ground, Montgomery. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. From his corner spot, Jamel Dean ends that play.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6. Williams in motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
This is one of those plays, Mike, where just everything aligns. It's the right play call, the right target, an accurate ball, and then a lot of room to run after the catch. So if they can continue to find these matchups and these holes in the secondary, with this quarterback and this playmaker group, man, this is a tough offense to slow down.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. A run up the gut with Montgomery. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Buccaneers 10-yard line.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Irving now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll send the tight end in motion right. A give. This is Irving. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Aiden Hutchinson, the former first-rounder, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mayfield to the tight end. Otten with the grab. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Here's Irving. And he'll only get down to around the 42. A tight end in motion now. 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Here's 3rd and 2. To throw is Mayfield. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They go play action with Mayfield. And he'll take it on in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Buccaneers are able to edge a bit closer.
Buccaneers 20.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes. Generally, one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick 1st down.
So often we see a team that's milking a 2-score lead get very conservative, especially in the 4th quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a 2-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch late.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On play action, Goff. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
This a must-stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Buccaneers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Get this complete, right side to Otten. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Buccaneers.
On 1st down is Mayfield.
Yeah, I think what stands out most here about this completion, Mike, is just how fast the quarterback was able to get that ball up and down. He got that ball into the hands of his receiver quickly and able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing is Baker. This one is caught by Shepard. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
A gain of 18.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
To say football is a game of inches may be an understatement after that last play. I mean, if he gets there just a little bit quicker, he can get 2 hands on it and reel it in. And instead of just forcing the incomplete, he could have had himself a pick.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They motion the slot man left. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
They'll drop to throw. A pass pulled in by Irving. To the pylon, he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
This will be big for the Bucs. They're going to try the 2-point conversion.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
To throw is Mayfield. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. One more time for Montgomery. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.